After an early morning at Arches National Park, we ended our first full day in Moab, Utah with a trek up to the LaSalle Mountains, which has peaks over 12,000 feet. But we would only be going as high as Uwa Lake at 8,800 feet, which is more than double the elevation of Moab, and helped us to be able to see the effects of air pressure firsthand. Uwa Lake is only a small reservoir, home to some rainbow trout, but also home to some nice hiking trails, plenty of trees, and beautiful views of taller peaks and the clouds through the thin air. The trip back down the mountains was just as spectacular as we headed back to our temporary Moab home for the last time for a good night's sleep to start our trip south into Arizona the next morning. As we say goodbye to Moab, we turn south toward the Grand Canyon on the following day, which gives us plenty of time to see the unique landscape and geology along the route. After taking in more stunning buttes and mesas, we come to the Gooseneck State Reserve that offers continued evidence of the power of water as the San Juan River creates these majestic, sleek, and slender incised meanders more than 1,000 feet deep. Getting back to the main road south, we encounter the 60-foot by 12-foot rock formation shaped like a sombrero, appropriately named Mexican Hat, that teeters 300 feet above the reddish-brown desert floor below. Reaching the border of Arizona, the plan was an amazing drive through Monument Valley. However, access to the road was closed by the Navajo Nation, so seeing where movies such as Stagecoach and The Searchers starring John Wayne, My Darling Clementine starring Henry Fonda, and Forrest Gump starring Tom Hanks was not to be. settled for what we could see from the main road and headed over to check out Goulding's Trading Post. Featured in another John Wayne movie, she wore a yellow ribbon, and a site on the U.S. National Register of Historic Places. Though slightly disappointed in missing the sights of Monument Valley, we continued west to Horseshoe Bend, and our first experience of a dry heat, which while barely feeling like 90 was really over 104 degrees. Another incised meander, this one created by the Colorado River, Horseshoe Bend is accessible by a 1.5-mile paved hike down to the steep cliffs that peer 1,000 feet down into the clear but greenish-looking water below. After the hike back up, we headed north toward Page, Arizona to see the 710-foot-tall Glen Canyon Dam, where its entrapment of the Colorado River gave birth to Lake Powell, one of the largest man-made reservoirs in the United States. Our next stop takes us to a destination I have longed since my childhood, the Grand Canyon, where we will conclude our trip in this video series. See you at the canyon.